Hello. I have not streamed with this setup yet, so I'm curious if my volume is acceptable, I guess. Not too loud or too soft or anything. I'm quiet, the game isn't loud. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can play with that. How's that? Let's see. I never know how to balance these things, and like I don't know. Thank you. Game still loud, or bring it back down a bit? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because oh, awesome. Yeah, I never know how to balance these, and I haven't streamed much at all, and I definitely haven't streamed with on this computer with this setup. So I'm trying to, I don't know, figure it all out. Awesome. Thank you so much. So this is Astrea. six-sided oracles, and it is a sort of a deck builder of the like Slay the Spire sort, and it's really interesting. I've been really having a really great time with it. So it kind of prompted me to want to try and learn how to, I don't know, stream it and show it off, and you know, show some people this game that I think is pretty neat. So I think I have a game in progress because I rage quit last time I was playing it, and we're gonna ignore that and pretend I wasn't bailing out of a failing mission. So we have all these 5 different characters right now, and there's a 6th that I don't know how to unlock. All of these were just unlocks by like playing the game with the, like you start with Mooney and then you know, unlock a character, and playing as that character unlocks the next one, and so on. This one, I presume I have to beat it with everybody else, and I've beaten it with everybody except for this 5th guy, Sothis, the Outcast Prince, who I've been having a really difficult time trying to get a win with him. Yeah, it's neat. I mean, like, there are so many of these deck builder games right now. You know, for the past several years, it's been a genre that is like, you know, there are so many of them, and like a lot of them are kind of very derivative, you know, Slay the Spire likes, and some of them are just, you know, doing that but with a twist, or doing it but solid. A lot of them are frankly bad, but you know, it's interesting as a fan of the genre that there are like so many of these now. I think this one's really special though in what it's doing. And the art is just, like, all of the character art in this is so beautiful. I love all of these designs. And they're all just like, you know, it's simple animation, but they're all like these there's a very particular art style that they're doing in this, with this very like blue purpley palette throughout. It's just really striking, and I really love all of these designs. Yeah, Monster Train is, I think Monster Train is my favorite deck builder. I think it is like, that's almost an opposite situation where like I think a lot of the art in that game is not very good, or at least I don't personally like it that much. But I love the like gameplay design of it. I love you know, building these goofy, overpowered units, and I think all of that is like super my jam. And it feels more forgiving and more kind of accessible than like a Slay the Spire, which has always been kind of this very pardon me, very like, it feels like a puzzle box of like, you know, hyper efficiency and like making the correct decision at every step. And I'm sure that's not entirely the case, but that's what it's always felt like playing it. This one, there is, I'll just get right into it. Yes, I will abandon my run. So we have a Slay the Spire map, as any of these games do. I can make a choice between what they call a Star Blessing, which is basically a net positive. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Star Blessings are like artifacts that give you a just, you know, positive benefit. Black Hole Blessings are ones that give you a stronger positive benefit, but with a drawback. I usually go for the stronger thing with a drawback, and then just try to like build around that. Increase purification received by enemies by 1. Increase corruption received by enemies by 1. Draw one additional die per battle or per turn. Start each battle with one silent. This is actually not that bad of a drawback, and I'll get into what this means because I will probably take this one. Increase enemies' max over corruption by 2 at the start of each battle. Apply obscure to all enemies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this because the drawback here is actually not that big of a deal. Basically, this will give us more dice draw, which is, you know, this is a dice-based deck builder, so it is, you know, we're doing the same kind of things that you would do in a card-based deck builder, except that we are picking dice. And this is the way that they present a lot of the choices in this game, are that you have basically a few different classes of dice. So this is a safe die, which means that all of the sides usually are positive. So all of these are things that, like, if you rolled it, you're not upset about. It just is not the most powerful thing. It's like always, I mean, it's, you know, what it says on the tin, it's safe. There are balanced ones, which these sides are positives, these are negatives, so this will basically, if I rolled this, I would have to deal damage to myself, essentially, which is usually bad. And then there are risky die, which have more powerful effects, but more negatives. So each one of these has its own little risk-reward evaluation going on. I think in this case I'm actually going to take the risky one because these, this incorruptible is basically you are invincible for a turn, which is incredibly powerful. And here I think I'll just go with this, and we can get into actually fighting something. Yeah, so this is the way it works, is you draw your dice and you roll them every turn. And you normally have 4, I have 5 because I took this extra artifact that gives me an extra one. A weird thing that is happening in this game that becomes very important to manage is my health is in blue, which is represents purity, and the enemy's health is red, which represents corruption. And when something like this, which is just your basic, you know, deal 1 purification to any target, that means that I could use this to heal myself for 1 or damage an enemy for 1, because corruption that I take counts as damage, corruption that the enemy takes counts as healing, and vice versa for purification. It's a very interesting system because almost all of your abilities have a kind of dual purpose of either healing you or harming the enemy. It's a really... It gets very interesting when you have things like AoEs, like things that affect the entire... like every character on the stage, because it'll say, you know, deal 1 purification to everything, and that means it's healing you and your team, which you'll get more people on your side that have the same mechanics. It'll heal all of you and hurt all of your enemies. If an enemy is using a, you know, deal 1 corruption to everything, it's going to heal all of them and hurt all of you. So it's a very... It is a weird kind of thing to wrap your head around at first, but it opens up a lot of very interesting design things, I think. Okay, so what are we doing? Enemy is going to deal 4 corruption to me. I've also rolled 2 of my die on these corruption sides, which I generally don't want, because if I'm dealing corruption, that's either, like I said, hurting me or healing my enemy, neither of which I want to do. What I'm actually going to do is... And this will be... I can't actually do that right now. I was going to say I was going to hurt myself to unlock some of these extra abilities I have. I can't actually do that the first turn because of this thing that I took, but I'll do it next turn. So for now, I'm just gonna dump this corruption onto the enemy. Since he's already at full health, he can't go over that, but he does have this extra bar that fills up as he takes corruption, which, if it fills, he'll deal an extra 3 damage to me, and I can live with that for now. So I'm dumping these onto him. Onto them. I shouldn't gender the prismatic nettle corrupted jellyfish thing. So what did I do to them? I did some damage. I put a design point. Yeah, so in this case they actually are playing, the enemy does have a die. They usually only have one, so it is still kind of asymmetric in that way. But they do have a die, and you can look at it and see what their potential attacks are. Later on, when you get abilities that can manipulate die rolls, sometimes you can manipulate your enemy's dice. So like one of the things that I will be able to do next turn is I have this reroll ability, and it lets me reroll up to 2 dice from any target. So I can reroll my own, but I could also reroll what the enemy has rolled. And sometimes that becomes very important if they have some big attack you don't want them to use. Yeah, I think it's neat. I think they are really doing a lot with the... Because, there's definitely like a version of this where they just made, Slay the Spire with dice, and I think this is going beyond that and really trying to explore, like, okay, what does it mean to have dice instead of cards? Like, what are the gameplay ramifications of that, and how can we use that in interesting ways? And I think the game really explores a lot of that pretty well. But I'm just gonna end my turn. So I've put a debuff on them that makes them take 1 damage. It's a damage for them. If I put it on myself, it would actually be a healing. So like regen for me is a damage over time for the enemy. Very neat thing. So now that I've taken a ton of damage, I have access to these extra abilities on my bar. As you take damage, when it reaches each point in the tracker, you get more of these abilities unlocked for the turn. So there's a kind of interesting... sometimes you want to damage yourself to get access to these. And really, damage only matters when it fully clears out this bar. And then you'll take a heart damage, which is your kind of permanent health tracking. So if I lose all 3 of these hearts, I die. Every time I lose a heart, it refills my bar. These are, basically your lives. They will reset after each major area of the game. You can also sacrifice them sometimes to get extra benefits, which I usually will, because I will try to push every risk mechanic probably too far. But I have these abilities, so now, like in this case, I have a die that has rolled on this, deal 1 damage to yourself. So I can use my reroll ability. The enemy has rolled, I think, their most powerful attack, so I might as well reroll theirs as well. I have still rolled deal 1 corruption to myself, no big deal. Um, this ability, Sands of Time, is one of Sothis' unique things. This is basically a percent chance that when I use a dice, use a die, I'm never going to get the plurality, the die dice thing correct, but whenever I use one, it has this percent chance to re-roll and let me use it again. So I'm going to build that up. And rather than attacking, I'm going to do a little bit of healing on myself. I guess this is only enemies only. Okay. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't even notice they have thorns. I was not even paying attention. So I've burnt a heart on the very first encounter, but that's okay. Deal that. So I would like to re-roll these things. Cool. So I can put this on myself, and now I can't take damage this turn. Means I should be able to just set this up to kill this. Yeah. And I get some money, get more dice. What do I want? This will give me more reroll chance. This will give me some defense. This is just solid attack. I think I'll take this because I've been doing a lot of damage to myself. And we'll go with this. This is some purification AoEs and some corruption AoEs. So I can get risky die, safe dice, money, or balanced dice. We will go safe for now. And I think I want to take this reroll one because I have a lot of risky dice that I'd like to have the opportunity to reroll if they happen to roll up on their negative sides. This Glass Daggers deals 1 purification 3 times. These are nice. Let's try not to burn a heart on this one. Yeah, thanks for stopping by and have fun at the car wash. Hi, Monty. I'm playing Astrea, which is a dice-based deck builder. I'm doing terribly at it because I'm streaming and trying to explain stuff, and I've already done awfully at it. But hi, welcome. So let's see. What are you doing? deal 1 corruption to all targets and deal 2 corruption to me. That's fine. I will actually... What'll I do? Put that on you. Do some damage. Yeah, just run it. How's your day been, Monty? I saw you were streaming. What were you streaming last night? I saw your notification, but I feel like you always go live at like 1 in the morning for me, and so I don't often have the chance to catch it. No, I get that. I'm trying to like figure out, you know, when and how I can stream, just because I also feel like I need to do something, and this seems like a thing. If I weren't streaming, I would be sitting and playing this game regardless. So I might as well, you know, do something. Is Thunder Ray the... There was a new Punch-Out like that I saw some people streaming. Is that one, or is it an older game? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so I've seen some people stream some of that. It looks really, the art is like really what am I trying to say? I like the art a lot. Is what I'm trying to say. It's very neat looking. Affliction and Serenity. Ooh, I think this is a good one. Yeah, I really like this a lot. If you like, oh yeah, it is heavy RNG. There's a lot of stuff you get to manipulate the RNG. Like you get a lot of re-roll stuff. There are things you can get that will let you like just straight up pick which side a die rolls on. But you do have to kind of manage your risk level. Yeah, why not? Have you played any, like, are you a fan of, like, this, like, Slay the Spire or that type of game? Because I play a lot of those, and I think this is one of the more interesting ones that I've played in the past couple of years. Yeah, I love Monster Train is my favorite, I think. I played so much Monster Train. Discard one die from your hand, then draw one die for each die discarded. Enable a Sentinel, I don't do that. I'll take that. Yeah, I get that, and it's like I feel like I'm really bad at a lot of games. Like I'm terrible at anytime I have to like really think long term strategically, I completely fall apart. And so like I could get wins on like the basic stuff in Slay the Spire, but I would I never got up to the like very high level Ascension stuff that is the, you know, meat of the end game of that. Because I don't know. What do these people have? This is always useful.
Yes, we've been expecting you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I think that's the first follow I got with my follow alert. So, thank you for breaking in the system. Yeah, I want to stream more. I want to stream it all. I would have to be streaming to say I want to stream more, but I want to continue streaming. Because otherwise, like I said, I would just be sitting here playing this anyway. So. What do these people have? Deal 2 corruption, apply 1 hidden. Okay. Well, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna make an effort. Like it's something I've tried to get into in the past, and I get so nervous every time I am about to go live that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should, but I'm trying to just get over it. So. I guess I should explain some of how this works. So basically, blue is healing for me and damage for the enemy, and red heals the enemy and damages me. And so, like, this ability that does 2 purification as like a end of turn thing, like I could use this as a regen for myself or as a damage over time on the enemies. Which is a really neat mechanic, I think. It makes a lot of the abilities have a dual healing or damage purpose. For now, I'm just gonna try and dump damage onto this one. Myself more reroll chance. These are fine. Should be doing. So that'll be doing 12, I think. So. enchanting. This ability is really good. So I'm gonna take that. X purification, where X is half your soul heat rounded down, multiplied by the amount of affliction you have. That is a lot of math. And Serenity. I'll just go with the daggers. Let's see, every 3 turns apply to light shield to all targets. That's the Snecko Eye thing. And start each battle, apply 3 safeguard to all enemies. Take that. Just get some of these starters out of our deck. I'll take money. So normally when I get here I like to sacrifice a heart to gain a blessing, but because I completely messed up earlier and already lost a heart, I'm just going to recover instead. I guess I could have taken the money. That probably would have been the smarter one. Yeah, well. It's a terrible hand. And I can't re-roll, so we'll see how this goes. I should just dump that corruption onto you for now. I should have done that first because this gave me a reroll. Not playing smart. I could defend you. Give you a little defense. Okay, so this one gives me Incorruptible, which makes me basically immune to damage this turn, which is great. I don't want that. And we'll reroll you. Okay, no good. Yeah, this character has a lot of mechanics going on. They are not my favorite, and they're the only one I haven't gotten a win with yet. So I'm trying to get my win, because I think once I get a win with all 5 of the base characters, I unlock something. So. We will convert this. Apply that. And buddy is gonna die, so I'm gonna dump the extra affliction on him, because he's gonna die anyway. Okay, what do I want to reroll? These. And... nice. Okay. So I was able to discard that one I didn't want and get this instead, which is way better. I think what I'm trying to build around is there is a status effect I can apply called Serenity that increases purification received by 2, which goes really well with this glass daggers that does 1 purification, so 1 damage to them 6 times or however many times, which means that I get to pick up this +2 or plus however many a bunch of times. So this will do what is it, 18 damage total? Yeah. Broke me down, that's fine. This is the boss, so I'll heal up after this fight anyways. I think I can actually just kill it. Yeah. What do you all have? Dead. Yeah, I need to get fun commands someday. Try figuring out a regular streaming schedule first, and then I'll get the toys. So what do we have? We have AoE purification, which is nice because that means it's damaging the enemies and healing me. This gives me discards, which can be nice for getting rid of things I don't actually want to play. And this gives me reroll stuff, which is good, but could be bad for my risky stuff. So I think I'm going to go with this, actually. And then what do we have? This is for chanting, which is a mechanic that this character has that is kind of all or nothing. Like either you are devoting yourself to it or you are not doing it at all, I think. Because every time that it gives you a way to snowball damage, but if you ever use something that isn't chanting, it resets, so it's kind of useless to have like just a little bit of it because you'll never actually be able to build it up. So we're not going to do that one. Distortion Hieroglyph. Next X actions with minimum soul heat will consider that your soul heat is on 10. That is nice for some of the dice that I don't have yet, so I'm going to not do that one. And this is deal 2 purification to any target for each soul heat. That seems pretty good. Draw 1 additional die per turn. Gain 4 dazed. Increase purification received by enemies by 1. Increase corruption received by enemies by 1. And draw 1 additional die per turn. At the start of each battle, gain 2 doom. This might not be so bad. So basically the drawback of this is that it makes all of the things that I roll that would deal damage to me or heal my enemies, it makes them more powerful. Um, I think because I am building up a lot of reroll and discard, I can probably work around that, and the extra die per turn is probably worthwhile. This one, though, is... So, alternatively, this one also gives me +1 die per turn. My first 4 turns, I would have this dazed status effect, which means that any Purify or Corrupt actions become a 50-50 chance of doing either one of those things, which is more RNG than I like to deal with, but it is only for the first 4 turns, so for like the big boss fights, it's probably not as impactful. We'll try that one. Why not? So we can take money, get some risky die, or something random. I usually like to go for the something random. During your wanderings, you look and see a shower of falling stars ripping through the sky. One of the stars lands nearby where you are standing, causing an unearthly light to hover above the impact area. Coming closer, you realize that it is an uncanny star. What is this? Fallen star event. Next battle, you can't use your virtues. This condition can't be denied by refresh. After the next battle, you will be able to use your virtues again, and the amount of purification received by all targets will increase by 2. That's... So basically this would make my next fight much harder, but I would be in a much better position for everything after that. And we are at the beginning of the second area of 3 areas, so I feel like this is worth the risk, because it's one bad fight. You know, worst case we lose and have to start over, but if we make it through, we'll be in a way better position. I currently have 17 dice. This is my whole dice pool. Yeah, it's you end up. I've usually ended up with about 30 something by the end of the run. You can go lighter than that. By just not taking them, but you get more, like, you get offered more dice after every battle and in between a lot of battle event stuff. So it's, I think you can definitely go leaner, but I like getting new stuff. I don't know. I haven't really figured out the right, like, balance of how many I should be taking and how often I should be skipping or destroying, because I have not. I've actually only played like 3 or 4 runs with this character, and about 10 or so runs of the game so far. So I'm still learning. So what can I do? Okay. So I won't have access to any of these abilities that I get to use. Normally these get unlocked as you take damage, you unlock more of your abilities for that turn. The star that I picked up basically has disabled these for this combat only, which is going to be a problem, but I think we can get through it. So this... let me re-roll. What do I want to re-roll? That'll add affliction. We'll re-roll this one. No. Convert this. I should have saved my convert. Not playing well. That's okay. Definitely drop Uncorruptible on me. Apply that. I think I can discard this. Just dump damage onto you. And heal myself. Okay. Just dump that onto you. So we'll drop more of that. Build up your Serenity. I would like to re-roll that. Nice. Less nice, but fine. Pardon me. Take the 2 corruption, and then heal it with that. I think I'm gonna lose a... Yeah, I'm gonna lose a heart. Yeah, so I'll take that. Did not want to roll that. Fine. Actually, I might have... Do I have lethal? This will be... What is it? 12... 6... This is 18, 18, 30... Yeah, okay, I have lethal. problem. So we lost a heart there, which is not ideal, but now we have this really powerful ability, which stacks really well with how we're building our character anyways. Are we going to get to 10 soul? We will probably get to 10 soul heat every turn. Or on good turns, at least. So this might be worthwhile. We'll take it. And we're applying a lot of affliction, so I think this is also worthwhile. What does this do, though? Yeah, okay. We'll take this. We'll go safe for now. And take the extra glass daggers. This deals damage based on affliction, and we're applying a lot of affliction, so that's pretty good. Good money. Money. Apply affliction, which is not great, but it lets me use that to deal damage, which is good. I got my free reroll. Go ahead and use it to kill you. Same, doesn't matter. Guess I'll put fire breath on myself. Why not? What do? Okay, so this person puts a buff on themselves that makes them do AoE damage every turn, which is a pain in the ass. We just have to try to burst them down quicker. Get our rerolls. My sentinels are dead, but I think we'll be fine. pretty sure I have lethal at this point, so yeah, no big deal. What do I want? This will give me more random reuse. This will let me heal myself better, and this will let me control the enemy dice a little bit, but I don't know. Just skip it. Interesting. I'll skip both of these actually. I don't do a lot of direct corruption. I don't have 30 dice yet, but I might in the future. If I build up to 30 dice, this will give me an extra 1 purification on anything that does purification, and since I'm doing daggers, that's really powerful, potentially, so that might be good. And this one, every 8 starter die you play deals 6. So I've been getting rid of my starter dice. This is probably less useful. So we'll go with that, and if we get up to 30 dice, that'll be pretty good. I'll stop skipping and just but despite that, I'm still going to go to this random event. See, I just took the thing where I want to have more dice, and I got this random destroy thing, and I'm going to take the opportunity to destroy. Let's buy a new buddy. This is good for that, because that'll make me invincible for a turn. This I don't really care about. I could also upgrade mine. Right, you have the convert and you have the discard. Yeah. So I'll just upgrade my sentinels, go take more dice. This is relief and affliction. I think that's pretty good for us. We can probably get up to Soul Heat 6 on most turns. The risk is that if we don't, by the time we play this, we get a paralyzed hex die in our draw pool. I think we can do that. This is also tempting. I think we already have one of these as well. I'll go with the dice draw potential. And I'll recover just to be safe. So the boss of this zone has these 2 sentinels that are indestructible. And basically their whole purpose is to mess up my sentinels. So it's not actually the worst because like these are probably gonna die, and then the stuff that they're doing to mess with my guy's dice is gonna be meaningless. So I haven't had too much trouble with it in the past. Let's see. Start off with that. We will make ourselves incorruptible. And then just start. Doing damage. So I wasn't able to get up to 6 on this turn, but I can get rid of it so I don't have to play it. Yeah, basically what they do is these two sentinels turn the dice sides on my sentinels into AoE damage against me. Hello! Clever retort not found. Yeah, everybody's on fire. That is this affliction effect that I have put on everybody, which will deal 1 damage to my guys every turn and deal 1 healing effectively to the enemies every turn. It is not something that you normally want to put on yourself or anyone, but I have effects that make use of it. So character 4 is that yeah, RNG so the moth Astrea, yeah, she's scary. I won my first run with her, but I was terrified the entire time because, yeah, she's all RNG, and it's that relic that means when you deal corruption you get. Yeah. I know the one. Yeah, that is. I was able to get a win with her, and I felt like I was gonna die the entire time because. You just never know what her abilities are doing. But yeah, she's good with meteor. Like, she has some blessings that also trigger other stuff with meteor rain, which is nice. There's one that, like, whenever you do meteor rain, it also, yeah, that one, yeah. So I think I ended up with a similar kind of build where my meteor rain was actually like a pretty decent thing for me to play. Floor 4 is that's what you unlock after you beat it once up to floor 3 with everybody, right? I still have not gotten there. I have gotten a floor 3 win with everybody except for Sothis. So I'm playing through, trying to get a Sothis win so that I can actually get to the rest of the game. But I'm not great at I have not beat I haven't unlocked redacted yet. So I'm still early on. Let's see. Oh yeah, the The unique, the one that gets a random die every turn. Oh, Moth's unique. I don't know which would I don't know if I've seen Moth's unique sentinel. What does it do? I've still only played one run as Astrea. Draw Chaotic, Thunderstorm, Lock on Meteor Rain, Brilliant Moth. Has dodge. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've only done one run as her, because I've been trying to at least get a floor 3 win on the first 5 people first. What do we have? I've rolled terribly. But yeah, Astrea scares me. Of all the characters, I'm most afraid to play her because she's just so random, and the game is already like there's randomness that you can. Brilliance and favorable winds. Favorable winds is the thing that gives you better. Right. So brilliance gives you better confuse odds, and favorable winds makes your chaos dice better. Yeah. Yeah, it's neat. She's a neat character. I really love how all of the characters feel very very unique. Like even like the first character Mooney, like I was playing as Mooney and I ended up with enough conversion that I just wanted to take you know, big corruption stuff. She has the 1 die acceptance, which is just like 6 big AoE corruptions, and if you can get conversions on that, it's really powerful. And so I had like Eureka, which does permanent conversions, and I was able to get like 2 of 3 sides on acceptance converted permanently, and then I copied it, I think. But yeah, it's really neat. I'm really loving the game so far. Currently, what I'm trying to do is build for Serenity and using glass daggers for Sothis. Beat floor 4 with Mooney with a Moonlight and Doom convert build. Yeah. Yeah, she seems really powerful. Like, as long as you can reliably convert stuff, it's really, you can get really big numbers with her, which is great. But yeah, none of the characters feel like, you know, they're basic. Like everybody has their own unique gimmicks that are really interesting. Oh yeah, I've got lethal. Yeah, this is the first time I've gotten it, and I just got it. but it's perfect for how because I'm picking up a lot of glass daggers, which obviously stacks really well with that. So, what do you all have? I like precision. Vendetta and purification. So these are neat. I think I want this, and I will get rid of... I'm not actually using Convert that much, because a lot of what I have is not Corruption, but it's Affliction, which Convert doesn't affect. So... But yeah, Rising Star is really powerful. I mean, it's like, it gives you one bad fight, and, you know, I lost a heart on that fight, but it's, you know, it's worth it. Especially, it was that early on. I'm still on floor 2. Right, I just beat Sonata of... Yeah. Yeah, I think I probably will take this one, because it's... Does it... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take Sonata of Healing. What is this? Draw, Light Shield and draw, AoEs, yeah. What do we got? This is 2 additional die. You can only use 1 Virtue per turn. I'm probably not going to take that. Purification received by all targets by 2, and Corruption received by you by 1. That would be... Since I'm building daggers... Yeah, it's definitely an easy way to die. I'm also, like, because I'm building daggers, though, like... That basically gets multiplied, which is neat. But yeah, it is... Yeah, I mostly just use the reroll virtue. If I had a way to give myself refresh, I would... It would be an easier choice. What's this one? That might... I might take this one, because it's 1 extra die. It applies Obscure, so I can't see their over-corruption meter, but usually I can't do anything about their over-corruption meter anyways. So I'll probably take that. Anytime, so there's that one event that is, gives you the false prophecy. So you get, like, I think you can get some epic die or something else, and it gives you a thing that just gives enemies hidden forever. And I have a bad habit of taking that every time that it shows up. But yeah, so yeah, you can. I mean, you can just re-roll their dice, or like, I mean, a lot of the times, like, if you look at their die, like the enemy dice will have, you know, they're doing 2 to 4 corruption or whatever. Like, I could know what they're doing, but if what they're doing every turn is just damaging me, then I can just assume that. So a lot of the time it's like, yeah, I can see what you're doing, but if I know that you're doing one of these things, it's kind of the same thing, even if I can't see which one. I'm sure that's not always the case. I have probably lost runs because I wasn't paying attention to what they were actually doing. Let's see. Just go normal. There's a Psychic Blow. 11 Purification, 1 Torment. So let's draw on those, and this is just relief. Relief and draw. take this. Why not? This gives me more Sands of Time. I haven't been building around Sands of Time, which I probably should because it seems really useful. But I have a lot of risky dice, so it feels like sometimes re-rolling with Sands of Time ends up biting me more than helping. And what is this? Affliction and draw. Why not? I'll take it. And I've got money, so I can forge some of this. AoE relief is really good. What do we want to put it on? What is the worst thing that I have right now? Maybe one of these? Sure. And just even that out. I think I always pick the hard battle. I don't think I ever pick the easy battle. Like, I would rather just... It feels like it's better to just accept the chance of losing to give yourself a better long-term odds. I don't know. It's my daggers. It's that. What do you all have? Oh yeah, these guys get stronger at half health. Yeah. Yeah, the daggers are... Yeah, can I? Because that's... Yeah. Yeah, I can't use my virtues first turn, so I'm locked out of this one, but yeah, I can probably... Yeah, the dagger... Getting Rising Star with the daggers has been super helpful. I was already building for daggers because I had Serenity, but Rising Star has been just such a boon for that. So let's get that, and just discard that. And I guess that means that you are... Yeah. You're toasted. Yeah. Self-corrupt and corruption to me, paralyzed to me. This is fire breath. This is relief. I'm probably not going to get 6. soul heat, so I'm probably gonna have to eat that hex die. That's okay. Guess it doesn't really matter. Reroll that. Great. Take an affliction. Yeah. Oh well. Hello, Evenbloom. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Self-corruption, area affliction, affliction and draw. Draw first. These are bad rolls. Flammable Chakram. See if we can... Let's take out the purge. So let's see. Yeah. You're gonna self-corrupt. You're gonna corrupt me. Paralyze. They're both gonna go into outbreak mode after this, so let's... No, whatever. I think that'll kill you. Yeah. So now you're gonna do 4, which is fine. I don't care about 4 damage. No problem. What do we got? 2 affliction and refresh. Chanting. I'm not doing chanting. It seems like chanting build could be powerful, but it also feels like the kind of thing you have to really focus. Yeah, that's what it feels like, is you really have to make everything chanting or nothing chanting. And in this run I'm doing no chanting. And this is choose a die from your discarded draw and roll. I could probably take this, because I tend to build a lot of soul heat with the daggers. I like Purging Eruption because I have a lot of affliction stuff, but I also like Soul, Stigma, and this does X Purification Y times, which will stack with Rising Star and Serenity, I think. So I think this is probably... Well, this is 10x times, so I guess that's also going to scale with those. Let's go safe. I like Bottle. I like getting the reroll option. This is also really cool. I'm probably not going to take that one. We'll do that. Anthony Carnstrom, welcome. Howdy. Yeah, this game has a lot of mechanics. There's a lot going on even in like the base game that is like common between every character, and then every character also has a bunch of mechanics on top of that that are unique and interesting. I really want to get up to 30 dice because I have Dice Smith Helmet, which gives me more damage the more dice I have, basically. So let's just go through this path. It is, I think, like, it's a lot, and it is different enough from a lot of other games that it takes a bit of time to wrap your head around, but once you do, I think it's really, like, this is one of the most fun deck builder style games I've played in a long time. Yeah, take that. And I always need more. Yeah, I like reroll, but I need more glass daggers. What is this? Minimum soul heat 7. Choose any target that has relief. Apply the same amount of relief that target has to all other targets. That's really strong. But the problem I have with a lot of like things that work on multiple targets is that a lot of the last boss of this floor, which is the last floor that I have access to right now, is only one enemy. It's like one giant enemy. And so this is kind of worthless for fighting them. So I probably won't get that one. I think this is probably better for us. Deal 3 purification. Yeah. 3 purification to all targets for each affliction they have. I'm putting a lot of affliction out, so this is pretty good for me. And it increases my soul heat. What is this one? Your soul heat doesn't reset to 0 for X turns. That's pretty neat if I had more of this, but I think cleansing is probably the better pick. I didn't even look at the other one. I think it was a normal. So we're at 31 dice, which means our Dice Smith Helmet is giving me a flat +1 to all purification. This lets me save dice. I think I'll take Fire Breath. Yeah. Ooh. Which of these do I want? I'll go more daggers. Yeah, that's how I'm trying to build is the daggers do 1 damage X times, so they'll do like 1 damage 3 times, and then any of these bonuses that I have that do a flat plus purification every time I do that, it gets multiplied by however many daggers I'm doing, so it feels like a strong build for Sothis. Yeah, this is a funny boss. That's true. I can put Affliction on him. He's got... So the gimmick of this boss is that he has infinite health, basically, but will... Yeah, he's basically the transient from Slay the Spire. He has infinite health, but dies automatically in 4 turns. And all of his attacks... Right now he's doing 21 damage, which would absolutely kill me. But every time I damage him, that number goes down. And so basically the gimmick of the fight is just do enough damage to him every turn that he doesn't kill you. Also, if you fill up his corruption, normally this does like it gives the enemy an extra attack. In this case, it does a area purify, which is good for me. It'll hurt him and heal my guys. The nuke card is does purification to an enemy X times, where X is the amount of affliction they have. So once I put affliction on him, it does a pretty decent amount of... Oh, I should have soul stigma'd first. Whatever. I don't even really need to incorruptible, but like, sure. Yeah, so I've done enough damage to get his damage down to 0. He's still going to put these hex dice in my pool, which is... It's not that big of a deal, honestly. And I'm not at 6, so I'm just going to discard these. So, probably Soul Stigma first. I don't know if I'm going to get up to 7 this turn. I can probably just apply Affliction to him, but I'd like to re-roll this one. So we'll Affliction. You all can drop your stuff. I honestly don't even need to play any more. I can play... I should play more just to get my soul heat up, I guess, is the thing. I think I can... Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that one, because I don't need damage. I was thinking about damaging him. I don't need to damage him. Yeah, well. I should have taken another soul stigma thing. Or whatever. I usually don't have trouble with this boss. It's like a fun gimmick, but like... relief activates... Yeah. Yeah, well. Ew, okay. Thinking about if I should corrupt myself. I can just corrupt him. Yeah. That'll trigger the overcorrupt. Yeah, this is usually what I end up with in this boss is like I have more damage than I need. I guess I can take the fire breathing and I don't know, discard. So I can't keep my dice anyway, so might as well just dunk on him. I think this is the last turn. So we'll go Serenity, Relief, that, sure. No reason to do this, we've already won. Where are we at? We're at 6, so... The goofy thing about this ability is that it either, if you are at even soul heat, does 3 corruption, or odd soul heat, it does 3 purification. Usually what I do is use this virtue to, if I'm at even, move me to odd. Again, not that it matters for this boss, but... I think you're dead now. Yeah. I think, is this... Shamanic Domination is theoretically nice for the Soul Stigma, because Soul Stigma triggers whenever Affliction is applied. It doesn't have to be applied by you, which means that you can force enemies to trigger it. I think instead I'm just going to... I'll take the Howl. And I like Serenity for my build. We've got my Dice Smith helmet up to 2. This is really nice with daggers because I'll be dealing frequent purification. Again, I'm not gonna... I usually don't leave a bunch of dice in my hand. And this would be nice if I got it earlier, but I'm almost at the end of the run, so... Because yeah, this is the last boss for floor 3, and I don't have floor 4 unlocked, so can I get up to 40 dice? Yes, I can do. So I can't buy an epic die. Maybe I can't actually get up to 40 dice. Yeah, I don't have enough for an epic. If I had 30 more star shards, I could get 5 along this path. But I don't, so there's no reason to. There's also no reason to take money for no reason, so I'll probably go this way just to do some forging. I could upgrade a sentinel, yeah. This is nice. I don't really care about that one that much. Hourglass Mastery is cool. I could also just skip. Whatever. I could skip and go for the epic die that way. And just buy one. Just to have one. What is this? One concentration. At the start of your turn increases your soul heat by 1. That would be cool if I had more of it, but with only 1 it's not really. I don't think it's really worth it. And this is refresh. Refresh might be nice. Because I need to skip one of these and take. Or I can take one, but I need to skip at least one if I want to be able to buy an epic dice, so. Yeah, whatever. I'll take it and skip it. I would rather have had that second one, but whatever. C'est la vie. What do you got for me? I don't care about chanting. This is not even that great of an epic dice, to be honest. But I'll take it. Sacrifice a heart to gain 2 star blessings. That is probably worth it. Because I have full hearts. I just have to make sure I can. Yeah, whatever. Go for it. Who cares? I don't really like any of these. How many safe? I have 12 safe dice. Yeah, why not? Take that one. None of those were very good. This is interesting. If I stack relief on myself, yeah, basically every healing that I would waste turns into damage on the enemy. And yeah, it would apply it twice because I'd get it coming and going basically. So okay, that only affects enemies, but this would affect for me. So this also is neat because I'm doing a lot of small damage frequently. I can trigger this pretty consistently, and I have no reason to take this. Probably take that one. Okay. So what do we have? We definitely want to drop our Serenity. Getting 2 Serenity right off the bat, yeah. And that also lets us do Purging Eruption. These are all good. Do any of these have a better side? This has 2 Serenity, so I can probably precision that. Yeah. Oh, he does block the first buff. Thank you for reminding me, because I totally would have whiffed that. Do I have any other... I don't have any other buffs I could give him. So I will probably just burn this first Serenity and then apply 2 after I precision this one. Yeah. Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking. So, let's do that. At least we'll still get it. Precision this to make this 1 Affliction, 2 Serenity. Apply that to everybody. I think it's probably fine to do that to him. And it's me 8 Sands of Time, or I could do 3. Well, 3 plus all my buffs of damage. I think I would actually rather do the damage. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably should have discarded some of those random actions. See, so we definitely want Soul Stigma, and we definitely need to re-roll some of this, so let's... Soul Stigma, I want to... I could re-roll this, but there's only 1 Purify on it, so I think I'm better off. Yeah, especially because I want these daggers. Yeah, okay. And I can... Actually, I can discard this, which might be better. Yeah. Incorruptible. Means I can just eat this corruption. Oh, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, yeah, well. I probably should have done my draw first. We'll put more Affliction. Just put more Affliction on you. Put Fire Breath. And then I think this will get me to 9. I want to make sure I don't get it 10 before I run Eclipse Blast. Not that it matters, because I can just eat it if I need to, but yeah, okay. So that got me to 9. Then I can do this, do this, do this. Oh, he's dead. Holy shit. That is the easiest time I've had with that boss, I think, with any with any character. Yeah, I think that's the quickest that I have killed that boss. That feels like a really powerful build. So yeah, these are, you get one of these for each of the 5 basic characters. So I've just unlocked this, which hopefully gives me the 6th character. I love these character designs, by the way. Like, one of the things I love most about this game is the character designs. Take your orb. Orion. Okay, cool. So this is our 6th character, Orion, the Star Whisperer, who, in the lore, it seems, was responsible in some way for bringing down the terrible star goddess thing that broke everything in the world. Cool. So I think next run I will definitely try him out. Some more stuff. More chanting is good because that makes chanting more viable. I do want to try a chanting build. It's so all or nothing feeling that I think you have to like get enough of it early. Cool. But that is where I'm going to wrap for today. Thank you all for coming out and watching. I'm extremely new to trying to stream, and I want to stream more often and try to get some kind of regular streaming schedule. but I'll figure all of that out. Me close out of this and let's see. Is there anybody that I can rate us to?
Yes, we've been expecting you.
Anthony Quarnstrom, thank you for the follow. Let's see. We can go over to. Let's go over to Pat. He's doing some Wrestling Empire, which is a very hilarious wrestling simulation style game. So we'll raid on over to there. And yeah, thank you all for coming out. Yeah, have a great rest of your weekend.